Hello and welcome back to Where the Demon Lurks. We will be continuing Toast's route. So if you recall in the last bit, we managed to defeat the No-One Hotel, I believe. I believe that was his route. Yeah. But along the way, Kobu started to get some interesting tidbits about Toast, about what Toast may or may not have done, and how Toast's brother died, and why he died, and how Toast basically blames himself for that. And even though the general consensus is that, like, no, that wasn't Toast's fault, that was somebody else doing that, still he feels very guilty about it. For obvious reasons. I mean, if you wouldn't be doing what you were doing, your brother wouldn't have died. Anywho, afterwards, they got into the little... what is it called? A hot spring that was part of the hotel, as you can see right here. And they all enjoyed it. But unfortunately, now is the time where they're going to have to go back to work, which is trying to figure out how they're going to be able to cross into the underworld, I believe. I'm not really sure what's going to happen after that. I know these routes are kind of following the same formula, which means that I think the cult is the next bit that they have to deal with. Yeah. So in Morris's route, they dealt with them with the help of the Kraken guy. On Lucian's route, they destroyed the pocket dimension and took back the jacket, and I don't really remember what else happened. And on Toast's route, I don't know how they're going to deal with that. But yeah, I guess we'll be seeing that next. Anyway, so yeah. Also, I believe that this is their anniversary, or at least when this came out, it was for their anniversary. Unfortunately, there isn't anything special. There was pillows that were being sold by Popper Press, and they're like giant pillows. And it was for Where the Demon Lurks, and I believe also for Remember the Flowers. But yeah, and you can still probably buy them anyways. They were just for pre-order back then. Anyways, so yeah. Anywho, so yeah, without further ado, let us continue Where the Demon Lurks. Chapter 4, The Cult. So they are going to deal with the cult next. Oh, it's background again. You jostle side to side, the engine's rumbles gnawing away at your sleep before you finally open your eyes. You awaken in the passenger seat of Morris's car. You glimpse the digital clock on the dashboard. 8 o'clock, an hour after you left the hotel, an hour closer to meeting the person giving the reward for the ghost's defeat. We're almost there. The benefactor is someone from Kibbleton Casino, an establishment of the talent gang. Morris forbade you from asking anything further about the casino. The boy doesn't take his eyes off the road. Regretting tagging along now? Told you that you could stay with the others to sleep. You rub your eyes. I couldn't let you go alone. Sure you could. Also, I needed to talk to you. In private. Morris shoots a glance at you. His voice is somber as he speaks. What is this about? You've dealt with ghosts before, right? You ever encounter corrupted ones? A few. Why? You grip your seatbelt tightly. There's a thought on my mind. Toast's been with us for a while now, and he absorbed the hotel ghost's powers. Do you have anything more, potent to keep him from turning into something like that hotel ghost? Morris sighs. No, there isn't. The somebody is the best deterrent for now, but it doesn't mean that he's safe from the negative effect of those around him. I was afraid that you'd say that. Okay, then I just need to keep him on the straight and narrow, avoid any bad vibes, and he'll be fine, right? Personally, I don't think that it'll be so easy. What? The exorcists of old believed that corruption twists souls, turning them into unruly spirits. Same here for us demons. If that were true, then if you kept the ghosts locked away, they wouldn't become corrupted. But that ain't what happens. Or are you trying to say that something about the soul itself eventually becomes corrupted? Do you have any proof? I've seen it happen. So, to you, all souls are doomed to be corrupted and it's just a matter of time? Yeah, that's what I believe. That's also why I'm telling you to not get attached to him. You can't save them. How cold of you. Also, I'm not attached to Toast. Really? The boar clears his throat before putting on a pitched imitation of your voice, as if they were in the throes of ecstasy. Toast, oh Toast, don't leave me. Stay with me. I don't want to lose you. You hiss and reel back in embarrassment. Yeah, that was you last night for sure. Ugh, kill me. You bury your face in the palm of your hands. Still sure that you don't have a thing for him? I can explain. Please do. I had a bad dream. Toast got corrupted and couldn't remember me or anything about himself, and it really freaked me out. You let out a soft sniffle. I can tell that you don't approve. Heck, I know that I shouldn't be caring so much, but I can't help it. Morris brings the car to a stop. He leans forward and rests his head on the steering wheel for a second before sitting back up and facing you. I don't approve, but I get it. Spend enough time with anyone, and you can't help but care about them. He's grown on you, and to some degree, he is tolerable. So what do I do? I can't answer that for you, but what I can do is... If there are other ways to prevent corruption, I'll let you know. Morris. But if he does become corrupted, understand that I have a job to do. I get it. You throw your arms around the boar, hugging him across the seat. Thank you. I knew that I could count on you. Get off me. People will see us. Aw, don't be so shy. Who's gonna see us? A knock on the driver's side window makes you jump back into your seat. Excuse me, you boys got, business here? The casino's closed. Yeah, I've got business with Maki. What about your friend? He's my, +1. Morris emphasizes that in a strange way. The guard nods. You gotta register at the front. The guard returns to his post and Morris looks over to you. Come on, follow me. Just stand behind and look pretty. Whatever you do, don't react to what you see. You wonder what he means by that. In front of you lies a black gate, intimidating all with its size. Above a short road, you can see the roof of Kibbleton Casino through the trees. Morris gets out of the car, making a beeline for the gate. You follow the boar a few steps behind. After talking with the guard, Morris turns to face you. Morris points at you, then puts a finger to his mouth. You nod. The gate rolls open and a white cat in a suit comes through it, carrying a duffel bag. He stands before Morris. The cat oozes showmanship, from his salesman-like smile to his sharply tailored suit. He radiates an energy unlike any demon, angel, or mortal that you know. It's something completely different. As you look closely, you notice the cat's wagging tail occasionally splits into two, then back into one. He's not a mortal. You remain perfectly still and silent. Maki, you're looking... well... Maki yawns. I would look better if you didn't call for such an early meeting. Really, Morris, I know someone of your status needs to wake up early to make meowny, but you don't need to drag me down with you. His sharp tongue is like a lick at your face. He leans around the board to look at you. Who's this? Your phone call didn't mean Nian. You'd be bringing a guest. You know how important privacy is, right? Especially in our little business. He's my assistant. He's able to see through magic. Not much else. So be nice. An assistant? And what exactly are you paying him with? Your receding hairline? Because we both know that you have nothing. Must you do this? I swear every time that we meet. Maki's eyes narrow. How cruel, Morris. What's wrong? I may be richer than you, but I always thought that we had a special connection. You raise a brow and dart your eyes to your ally. The business-suited cat catches your reaction, causing his grin to grow wider. Just hand over the money, Maki. The cat holds up the duffel bag. Morris reaches for it, but the cat pulls it back. Morris growls. So much money. Well, more than you'll see in a decade. Meow. You could have made more if you just captured the ghost. Oh, what am I saying? That's against your code, right? Maki. It doesn't matter who or what the target is. Exercise first, ask questions later. Just like what you did for poor Dim. Morris stays silent. You consider cutting in, but he told you not to speak. I stopped a corrupted ghost from hunting innocent people and mythical creatures. Dim was doomed the moment that he got caught up with you. Maki hisses. He tosses the duffel bag at the exorcist, who catches it with ease. Take that garbage and go. The battery. I took the replacement cost out of your bounty. The watch and the batteries are all in the bag. Thanks. Maki turns tail and struts away towards the casino. You follow Morris as he returns to the car. He tosses the bag into your lap and begins the long drive back to the hotel. The boar is fuming, huffing with every breath, his scowl rising like an active volcano. You watch him with caution. Morris? You're going a little fast. Morris stomps on the brakes. He jolts forward as the car comes to a sudden stop on the side of the road. That punk! He pisses me off! Give me the watch. Huh? Watch? In the bag. Oh, right. You dig through the bag and hand him the new watch along with one of the glowing blue batteries. He inserts it into the device and puts it on. Morris takes in a deep breath before growling and slamming a fist on the dashboard twice. The watch lights up in tandem with the boar's fury. Then he stops, panting heavily. It's at times like this that you wonder who's really the demon here. His panting relaxes. You okay? He then lets out another guttural growl, bashing the steering wheel before headbutting the horn, an obnoxious sound erupting from the car. The boar pants and gasps for air. Can you do me a favor and not tell the others about all of this? Demon's promise. Morris sighs. That Maki. He's always harping on the past. I just want to. He holds up his hand and pantomimes a choking action. Deep breaths now. That cat. He's not mortal, is he? Don't ask. Better you stay out of that mess that I'm already in. Just know this. You said that you wanted to keep Toast from getting corrupted. Maki's what happens when you try and you fail. You turn into a rich jerk? He shoots you a dirty look. Kidding. I get it. I think. The boar leans back into his seat and starts the car. Were you two like a couple or something? What? No! Hey now, the two of you fought like an old couple. Do I look like a guy who would go for his type? Oh, so you have a type of guy? Do tell. Morris suddenly slams the brakes and the seatbelt, choking you as you flung forward. He snickers as a group of farm animals cross the road. Later, you arrive back at the hotel. Lucien enters the room, one arm carrying a tray of hors d'oeuvres, the other cradling flasks of coffee, tea, and juice. The hyena jumps off the bed and rushes to inspect Lucien's haul. Food! I'm so starving, and those mini bar chocolates were looking pretty good. You did not. Lucien puts down the items with a practiced grace of a waiter. Of course not. Hotel mini bars are a scam. Well, at least you have some wit about you. The hyena eyes the food intensely. He reaches for a serving of desserts made from small cakes and sticky rice with a layer of green pudding on top. Lucien smacks his hand away. Ouch! No touching. We'll wait until the others get back. Have a drink if you're so famished. I'm not gonna eat it all. He reaches for the food again, just to be foiled by the angel's swift movement. How uncouth. Only a child would be so immature as to start a meal before a guests arrive. Please. Pretty please with whipped cream on top. The hyena opens his eyes wide. His lips tremble like the legs of a newborn doe. You think that you can use puppy eyes against me? Us angels invented that first. Lucien pouts in retaliation. The two lock gazes, trying to out-puppy eye one another. That is until the door swings open and Morris and you enter. What are you two doing? You're back. That means that we can eat. Let's chow down. Everyone sits around the food on the floor. Lucien pours himself a cup of tea with a splash of milk and sugar. Toast grabs 2 of everything, 2 triangle-shaped packets of nasi lemak, 2 sticky rice desserts, 2 cakes and 2 cups, 1 of the coffee and 1 of another juice. Morris makes a beeline for the desserts, loading his plate with them and just 1 nasi lemak. His drink of choice, a piping hot cup of coffee. You open your nasi lemak packet and eat. Toast lets out a laugh while eating the rice. Something funny? This thing is spicy. Really put some hair on my chest. I love it. What's it called again? Lucien picks up the room service menu from the coffee table. It's called nasi lemak, a dish made of rice cooked in coconut milk, served with fried anchovies and peanuts, slices of cucumber, hard-boiled egg, and a spoonful of sweet and spicy sambal. It's sambal. The whole thing is a local delicacy, said to be eaten by the farmers before they go to the fields. I love it. Makes me think back of my favorite food. My tío's homemade aguachile. Some prawns with lime juice, add salt and pepper, and a ton of chile serranos until your mouth burns. I dip some chips into it and I'm sweating my way to heaven. Nothing beats a good homemade meal. What's your favorite homemade dish then? My mom's homemade mac and cheese. Not completely homemade. It's the usual box one, but she adds some spices and extra meat to make it special. His gaze lingers at the sticky dessert in his hands before consuming it. Hey, maybe you can make us some of that mac and cheese. I wish. I was too young to remember how she made it, and she's not around. You frown and Morris downs his cup of coffee. Your heart aches as you feel a kingship with the boar, knowing the pain of losing a parent. Sorry to hear that. I'm in the same boat, sorta. Theo kicked the bucket from a heart attack before I could ask him how he made the dish. I'll never forget that night. It all happened so fast. He looked like he had trouble breathing earlier in the day. Told him to go to the hospital, but he said that it was a waste of money. By the evening after we closed the shop, I saw him fall. Toast sighs. I told PB it was a big shame that we didn't learn his recipe. Apparently it was the only thing our family ever handed down. Now it's gone forever. The mood sours as the two hang their heads low. You catch Lucien's gaze while he's sipping his tea. You shake your head at the golden retriever's direction, signaling him to try to break the silence. Lucien sighs as he sets his cup down. I am certain that one day you two will find a flavor that will rekindle the memories of your past meals. Lucien. The other two shoot him a look of disbelief. What? Tell me that I'm wrong. Bruh, it's more than just the food. I'm guessing heaven doesn't have much in terms of good eats then. Lucien tosses his hair. We don't need such sustenance. All denizens of up above enjoy the replenishing rays of soul energy from the souls enjoying their paradise. So you eat the sunlight then? Like a plant? No wonder he looks so thirsty all the time. We haven't been watering him. You're one to judge. His kind does the same with the suffering of souls in the underworld. He points to you as you scoop a spoonful of rice into your mouth. True, but at least we try to shape it into food, or what looks like food. Anyway, it's not really about the food, it's about their connection to their history. Mortals cherish the past of their people. Lucien rolls his eyes. Yeah, history, like my tío's chocolate-coated beans and rice recipe. That thing packs a whole lot of history. Right. Lucian reaches for one of the cakes and takes a bite. No offense, but have you ever considered how strange it is that your kind is attached to the past? In Up Above, the souls have infinite possibilities to draw upon for their pleasure, and so many choose to replay the same boring scene on Earth. They're always making such bothersome complaints about how things need to match exactly like it was back when they were alive. Mortals have never been known to let go of the past. Time and time again, history has shown that when we abandon our past, we bring the downfall of civilization. Civilization. Look, you might have had it easy growing up, but some of us get a raw deal just for having the wrong last name. I can count with one hand how many people would offer someone a job if they had a criminal record. That's how the world works. You can't expect your past to be swept under the rug. If that's the case, then anyone could do whatever they wanted. As the conversation heats up, you sneak a few desserts into your mouth. Your heart races, hoping that this doesn't escalate into something. Besides you, Lucian sips his tea with a mild grin. Putting yourself in his angelic shoes for a minute, you can see how the row is amusing to Lucian, as if watching children argue. He's not going to be of any help here, is he? You watch on with a stony gaze. Heck yeah, the world gives no fucks about you. Take what you want, and fight tooth and claw to protect it. Listen to yourself. If everyone lived like that, it would be pure anarchy. The you of today is built upon years of tradition and knowledge handed down by your ancestors. That includes every shitty mistake that they made on top of yours. I'm here because of me. Nobody had any say in what I chose to do, and that's how it should be. You want to be a coward and blame everyone else in your life for the mess that you became, and that's on you. You calling me a coward? No, apparently my ancestors do. The boar and the hyena stand up in a huff. Oh, okay, they're standing up. I better do something, but what if I'm getting in their way? No, stand up and say something before it gets worse. You look at Lucian, but he has closed his eyes and turns his head away. The debaters stare daggers at each other, balling their hands into fists. You leap to your feet and grab at the both of their nipples, twisting hard. Stop fighting! Grr! Aha. Everyone looks at the ghost. That hurt. Mercifully, you let go. Morris retreats while Toast pats his chest. Dude, what the heck? Hey, I had to get your attention somehow. Now, how about we just sit and talk peacefully? Afterwards, Morris and Toast avoid each other's gaze. I regret getting involved at all. Kobu, you're the Demon Lord. I'm sure that you know which one of these two are right. Just make a decree and call it a day. I suppose the one in charge of everyone's souls would be the expert on how people should live their lives. I was in charge of the souls of the dead, not the living. What do you think, Toast? The hyena is distracted, looking at his chest and poking at his own nipples. Toast! Huh? Yeah, sure, you decide, Kobu. I'm already over this anyways. Fine. I'll say something. But to be clear, I am only doing this to settle your minds. You both have valid points of view, so don't take this as the word of God. You wish you were God. Fine by me. I suppose. Toast sighs. Fine. I'll accept whatever you say. I don't have to like it, but I don't want to fight either. Finally, some maturity. They look towards you to render your judgment. It's your call. Should the past matter in the lives of mortals? A sense of familiarity sweeps over you. Back in the underworld, disputes between demons were common, and you were always the arbiter. You played the part as best as you could, but you made more best guesses than absolute truths. This is no different. So my 2 cents go into this. It depends. If a person has shown a history of bad choices, then the past should matter when trying to make a decision about them, where it's like you consistently are given the option to make a good choice and to turn around your life or something, and you keep making the bad choice. Then yeah, that's on you. and perhaps you should reap the what happens because of those bad choices. However, if a person is trying to make some amends or perhaps trying to change their life, and they do have a checkered past, let's say like Toast, who ran with gangs and just did bad stuff, but he did it because he was trying to provide for him and his brother after their uncle died. And in general, he was not given, like he said, the best of lives when he was alive, and thus he ended up on the bad path. Then you couldn't really hold it against him for how he ended up. But at the same time, there is always that moment in people's lives where it's like, well, you could try to do something in order to change what's happening. But then again, there is always something that may be hindering that. So for the point, though, of whether the past matters and whether the past doesn't matter, again, it depends on what you're talking about. If we're talking about Toast because this is his route, I don't think that the past matters for Toast. And it's not just because I like Toast. I think it's just because his past shouldn't dictate where his future leads. So I'm going to say the past doesn't matter. And that might also apply to Kobu and to Morris to some extent, where with Kobu, like, just because he was horrible at his job doesn't mean that he can't be a good boss in the future. I mean, nobody just is born to be, something. You kind of have to work for it. And then Morris is just like, yeah, you're part demon. We don't know why you're part demon. I don't know if you were born that way or what, but like, there's a possibility for it getting better. I don't know. What would you pick? Or what do you personally feel? Does the past matter? Does that dictate a lot of what and how you see the world and how you see and interact with people? Or does it not matter? Or is it, like I said, it matters with a little asterisk? So, yeah. I'm just going to pick it doesn't matter. You look at Morris. He sighs as though he already knows what you will say. There is a reason why people say the past is the past. What matters is what we want to do today. If we consider the judgment of souls, we try to separate the soul from their past to get an accurate measure of who they really are. Besides, in a world where you can reinvent who you are whenever you want, the past barely matters. That's the problem, isn't it? Never mind. Even if it is the word of the Demon Lord, I'll stick to what I know. A seed of doubt buried deep within you sprouts its ugly head. Is this really the truth of the world, or am I just fooling myself? No, bury the past. It doesn't matter anymore. Lucien claps his hands, drawing everyone's attention. Good talk, everyone. Now, we really must finish our meal. Checkout time is approaching. Really, though, are all mortal breakfasts meant to be so emotionally charged? Toast laughs. I've had breakfasts where I and PB would be throwing our chanclas at each other over nothing. Morris nods. Try deadly exorcist magic with the other students back at the monastery. Oh, we had food fights escalate into warfare at the company cafeteria. You all reminisce a little more while finishing your meal. After breakfast, you all pack up and get ready to leave the hotel. On the drive down, your car crosses paths with another heading to the N Hotel. Perhaps some good fortune has returned to their business. Not content with sitting still, Toast has all of you joining him in a game of I Spy when you make your way past the green paddy fields. Okay, Kobu, I spy with my one eye something yellow. I'm gonna guess it's Lucien again. Heh, it's his collar. Excuse you, this is divine gold, hand forged into a collar by Lord Gary himself. Hate to cut the fun short, but just before I send this card back, do we have an update on the plan, Mr. Demon Lord? You sit upright. Right, now that we have the cash, we just need to apply to join the cult. They're mostly seen around Kibbleton Park. I can drop you there. I'll come along to support. Relax, you'll be safe with me. Toast puts his arm around your shoulder and pulls you in close. No one's gonna mess with my partner. Lucien turns around to leer at him. What experience do you have with dealing with magical cults? Bupkis. You can do better? Well, no. Lucien, I trust Toast will be fine. Besides, one look at you and the cultists will never leave us alone. The angel turns back to the front. True, I am cursed by my natural charms and good looks. Why must the world be so cruel to the beautiful? He feigns a sniffle and a few crocodile tears. Haha, yeah. Why not take Morris? He is neither too charming nor too hideous to look at. No, it has to be Toast. If anything happens to us, you both stand a better chance of saving us or carrying on the mission. You guys are my only insurance. You worry too much, bro. I'm sure that we'll breeze right through this. Now, how are we getting in? Just walk up to them and say that you want to join. Morris lets out a sarcastic chortle. Good idea. Just like the time that I walked up to a family possessed by the spirits of poker players and said, deal me in. Yeah, that's a long shot. If anything, they'll be more weary of us because we went looking for them. What do we know about the cult? They're obsessed with some leader? They reek of desperation. They prey on the helpless. Yes, the helpless. There's something that we can use. You smile as your mind hatches a plan. Lucien catches a glimpse in the rearview mirror. What in the up above are you scheming back there? I know exactly how we can convince them that we're helpless without needing to prove anything. Toast and I can pose as runaways trying to escape some shady family with tons of power and influence. Hold up, I don't think that I'll be able to remember a complicated cover like that. But it's a plot from an anime that I watched. The ghost is right, it's too complicated. They will be able to poke holes in the story. Well, what's a simple hopeless story that we can use? I know, just tell them about your life. What? You have a pretty hopeless backstory. You lost your big shot job, on the run from the people that you wronged. You live in the crummy apartments too. A crappy minimum wage job. You gained weight. Oh, and your friend King got kidnapped. Sounds pretty hopeless to me. I hate to admit it, but he's right. You are rather hopeless. No, don't say that. Come on, surely my life isn't that terrible. Can't think of anything. No. Nada. You let out an exasperated groan and sink your face into your hands. Basic Kobu, you're the definition of hopeless. It's a miracle that you haven't fallen prey to the cult already. And that's why we all love you, bud. Toast pulls you in for a hug. Ugh, this is torture. Your companions break into gentle laughter as they try to lift your spirits during the drive to Kibbleton Park. Morris pulls up a stone's throw away from the park entrance. The four of you watch the gate carefully, hidden within a nearby alleyway. You clutch the duffel bag close to your chest. It's heavy with the weight of responsibility. Lucien points out a group of 8 cultists at the gate. They loiter about the area, drinking from their bottles and just chatting with one another. They seem tired. Now's a good time to approach. You two remember your story? You nod. Yeah, it's basically everything that just happened to me and King, minus the demon part. I got it. Toast, who's standing next to you, proudly points to himself. And I'm King's friend too. Leave the talking to Kobu. The less conflicting information, the better. Lucien and I will be watching you guys from here in case things turn ugly. Right, well, let's do this. You take a deep breath and approach the cultists. Toast tags along behind. Hang on, I need to be acting from the start. Am I walking too fast? Too slow? You look up at the cultists, then back down to your feet. You're so preoccupied with your body language that you don't notice Toast patting on your back. He leans in to whisper. You're doing great. Your scared shitless face looks really convincing. You take a deep breath, focusing your mind on the task at hand. Noticing your approach, two wolves call you over, one taller than you, the other shorter. The taller one smiles at you with his hands outstretched. The other one next to him seems indifferent with his stoic expression. Welcome, chosen saviors. You look around but see no one else. Chosen saviors? You mean us? Of course. We all are chosen to receive the great teacher's wisdom to protect mortal kind, but it depends on whether we are willing to hear it. I can see in your eyes a great tragedy has befallen you. His condescending tone annoys you, but you convince yourself to remain calm. You recall Nox's classes on mortal psychology. His words echo in your mind as clear as day. Cults employ fake psychics, use blanket statements and vague questions to appear as though they have access to your secrets. When used upon the emotionally vulnerable, one can see how cults appear more capable than they really are. You pretend to be amazed. Yeah, how did you? No, we are the disciples of the great teacher. We know a tortured soul when we see one. But do I really look that bad? I gotta ask King when this is over. If you can see souls, you might want an exorcist or a priest to take a look at that. Ha, your friend is funny. So what is it that brings you here? I guess I can't hide it. We're here because of my friend. I've lost contact with him. I think he's in danger and I turn to everyone but no one can help. Please, I overheard your members talk about a savior. Can you help me? You've come to the right place. First, let us properly introduce ourselves. Your mouth twitches as you smile. I'm Kobu. Toast. Just Toast. We are Steve. That's, a funny coincidence. Not quite. All of us are called Steve. We are all equalized and unified under the same banner. Ah, so I will become Steve too? We shall see. But a new recruit like you would likely be an S at first. S? Now let us offer some refreshments. Please have a drink to help calm your spirits. The shorter one pulls out a steel flask and two paper cups from their cloak. They fill the cups and pass them to the both of you. Toast takes a whiff of the drink. What is this stuff? It's punch made with a mix of herbs picked by the great teacher. Drink up. The drink has a flowery and sweet smell that is all too familiar. You recall the same scent when Morris first threw that powder to daze and alter your cognition. Never take anything that you didn't make yourself, or see and know what was put into the food and drink. These mortals will not hesitate to lace them with mind-altering drugs. For your plan to work, you need to drink it, but it reeks, even for a demon like yourself. Sweet, I'm thirsty. Your companion swipes your cup and drinks the both of them. With a satisfied burp, he throws the cups behind him. Tastes like pomegranate? You feel your heart freeze for a second until you quickly understand that he's probably trying to keep you safe. The cultists appear uncomfortable as they sneak glances to one another and shuffle their feet. Sorry. Guess he was thirsty. The shorter one frowns but doesn't say anything. So, you were talking about your woes? Yeah, my friend. He's missing. I think something might have happened to him. I've been trying to contact him, but there's been no answer. Toast lets out a soft hiccup. As he speaks, you notice how he's speaking slower. Yeah, can you guys do the whatchamacallit? Word on the street is you guys are saying... What are they saying? That the great teacher can help. I'm out of options. I've tried contacting the family, the police, nothing. The taller one smiles. Yes, you've come to the right place. The great teacher has dedicated his life to empower mortal kind. Take my friend Steve here. He just returned from his first crusade, successful in saving his family and more ready than ever to spread the message of the great teacher. Crusade? What's that? It's what you're looking for, a chance to save a life. After the great teacher blesses you, you will know what you need to do. We will tell you more if you become a member. Of course, for all new entries, there are terms to be fulfilled. What are the terms? You must first pay the fee. You need to submit your most prized possession. It is a necessary cost. The great teacher needs to know that you're serious about this choice. Toast sways from side to side. Is it too late for a do-over? Very much so. You're close, just a little bit more. Remember, they will try to take everything a person owns. That way they can keep the person dependent on the group. Gosh. Okay, I knew help wouldn't come without a price. Will this do? You open the duffel bag and show them the money. 100,000. It's everything that I have. Holy shit. I mean, that would do nicely for your membership. He reaches out for the bag, but you pulled it away. For our memberships. Me and my friend. Him? Forgive me, but your missing friend sounds like your own crusade. This is also your money. Why involve him? Hey, I'm here for him. That's plenty of a reason. Even so, we don't just take in anyone. We must allocate space and resources for every member. Is there a reason that he must join? He's my friend. I need him for support. Toast grabs your shoulder and pulls you in close until your faces touch. He slides his hand under the collar of your t-shirt and grabs your chest. You whimper. I'm his effing lover. Huh? Oh? Wait, what? What should I do? Is he serious? Is this a joke? Come on, think. Yeah, like I said, I'm here for him. He's important to me, and where he goes, I go. The cultists look to each other in concern. Right, buddy? He presses his nose close to your neck. The heat of his breath flusters you further. Yeah. Toast turns to the cultists with an intimidating glare. You people got some kind of problem with this? Huh? Problem? No. The cultist waves his hand in defense. He looks to his companion, who shrugs. We welcome all kinds of love. Even our great teacher has had 4 wives from the group. However, we must consult our superiors about this. Wait here. They turn away from you. You notice a tall one takes out a phone to call someone. You take the chance to consult Toast, who's panting heavily into your ear. He pulls his hand out of your shirt. Toast? Are you okay? Burning up, partner. I don't think those drinks agreed with me. It'll be okay. He's a ghost, and he's already feeling like this? What really was in that drink? You try to listen in on the cultist whispers, but only catch bits and pieces. 2? Yes? Surveillance? The test. Right. Plans changed? Okay. Once done, the 2 cultists face you again. What a glorious day. The great teacher has extended his welcome to the both of you. On the condition that you both clear our trials. We have to take a test? It is a test of faith. If you are truly deserving to be one of us, you will pass it. Now, will you hand over your treasure? Wait, this is heaps of money. How do I know that I'm not getting tricked here? I want to meet the great teacher to ask him about my friend at least. All in due time. The great teacher was the one on the phone who asked us to test you. So please, your patience is appreciated. Now, put your worries to rest. We will entrust you with this. The shorter Steve walks off and comes back holding a red air fryer. Is that a fancy microwave? Bruh, we can get those for cheap at a thrift store. Inside, you will find the invitation to our campsite. Of course, you aren't permitted there until you are summoned. Seriously? We can't go in? Dang it. No, wait, calm down. They're being cautious and hard to get. Can't seem too desperate. We'll also need your contact information and address. Okay. Though you hesitate to give anything to them, you have no option but to play along. You hand over the duffel bag stuffed with over 100,000 in exchange for the air fryer. The shorter wolf records Toast's and your own information into his phone before returning to the other cultists. You try to sneak a peek at what he's doing, but the taller one steps into your view. We will be in touch. Now you're welcome to join us in our prayer circle. I think I'll have to pass. My friend here seems really tired. Toast giggles. And that's what you get for drinking so much punch on your first time. Should I be worried about that? No. It's the natural healing power of the herbs. It's balancing his chi while readjusting his spiritual nodes in accordance to the natural order of the stars. You blink. Oh, wow. Okay, thank you. I look forward to hearing from you guys. May the great teacher bless you, fellow brother. You shoulder Toast back to the alleyway that you originally came from. Lucian awaits further down the alley, but he's alone. He spots the both of you before his eyes trail down to the air fryer. Where's... Lucian raises his hand, shakes his head, and points at your cookware. You return a confused look. The intoxicated friend is having trouble reading the room before squelching out a long burp and shouting. Hey, did someone die? Wait, that's me. Oh no, I was a good guy. I will be remembered. Lucian grasps Toast's snout shut. He raises a finger to his face and mouths to Toast. They might be listening. Did you forget to write my obituary? You nod in acknowledgement and walk a few meters away. Lucian then takes the machine away from you. You're not entirely sure what he wants to do with it, but you trust that he knows something about it. Ugh. Can we get something to eat? I'm exhausted. You might want to take care of that. Now I'm off. The angel hurries out of the alleyway, leaving you to carry Toast all the way back to the apartment. After 20 minutes, Toast starts to feel good enough to walk. You look at your phone and note that you have about 3 hours before clocking in for your night shift. While you two are walking back, you can't shake the feeling that you are being watched. You stop and look around. What's wrong? I'm not sure. I keep feeling like someone's watching me. My senses are out of whack from the drink. Do you see anyone? No. That's what worries me. But let's just keep going. You return home, accompanied by a sense of unease lingering just behind you. Once back home, Toast sits in front of the coffee table to rest his head. I'll make us something to eat. You head to the kitchen and look through your available ingredients, most of which are just packets of instant noodles. Toast cries out from the living room. Need any help in there? No, I'm good. You pick out the instant, spicy curry and start cooking. Checking the fridge, you only have 1 egg and 2 sticks of sausages left. I really need to go grocery shopping. I put it off ever since the incident. King would be upset if he found out. You grab what little ingredients you have left and cook up 2 bowls. You decide to give Toast the bowl with the meat and eggs. You plan to buy something from the convenience store if you get hungry again. Food's ready. Alongside the noodle bowls, you bring out 2 big bottles of cola and 2 cups pre-filled with ice for the both of you. You set the food down and take a seat across from the hyena. What's this? Instant curry noodles. Sorry, I forgot to do the shopping. No, I mean, why do I get all the meat? Bring it here. He pulls your bowl closer and moves half of the sausages and egg to your side. Toast, I gave you that on purpose. I know, and I want us to share it. I'm dead, Kobu. Good food's just wasted on me. It's barely enough for 1 person. It's plenty if you do this. He cuts up the sausages into smaller chunks until they cover most of the top of the bowl. Ta-da! Magic. You smile softly. It's a trick born from necessity. You recall the times that you garnished a dish of egg and rice differently every day for a whole week. It got you through the month when you first moved into this unit. You both eat your simple meals, content with what you have. Mild spice. Yeah, I wanted to find something spicier, but I couldn't find the right heat for instant noodles. You like spicy food too? It's what I grew up with. Underworld cooking may not be delicious, but demons love some good heat. Then I can whip us up some papas con chile. I can actually do that too. That would be great. I don't think that I've had that before. Let's go shopping for the ingredients later. Toast nods with a big grin on his face. Shopping with Toast. It's almost like we're... You recall the event from earlier, how he called you his lover. Your heart beats with the ferocity of a whirlwind, but doubt shadows your excitement as you ponder your feelings for Toast. What am I doing? Getting excited over the possibility of being in love with a ghost? I sound like a desperate widow. No, I can't. It's probably just me overthinking it. You probably didn't mean it. Hey, Toast? Embarrassed, you keep your head low at your half-empty bowl. Yeah? About earlier, when we were talking to those Steves. You told them that we were lovers? You look up trying to sneak a look at his reaction. Toast continues to smile like he usually does, giving you no hint as to what's going on inside of his head. That. He scratches the back of his head. I think that was the punch talking. Sorry there, buddy. Didn't mean to weird you out. Somehow that stings your heart a little. Yeah, I was, shocked back there. Really, now we have to play the part of lovers. I'm not that bad of a catch. Unless you're not into dudes? I'm a demon. It doesn't matter what form my lovers take. Does it matter to you? Toast slurps his noodles. Nah. I mean, I have a mug that only a mom could love, and mine left with my dad. Never came back. Heavy. Too heavy a topic. You look at your food. The sips of soup are tasteless as your mind wanders about the idea of love. I can't even remember the last time that I could say that I was in love. Surely I have? I mean, I've met so many people when I was a demon lord. A kiss here, a fling there, then I'd just leave. Rinse and repeat. It's a kind of love. Then what do I feel about him? Looking at the happy-go-lucky hyena, you can muster up some courage to ask him what's on your mind. Have you been in love before? Me? Oh, tons of times. There was Mila, Sarah, Mickey, Mateo, then Mickey again. We made love tons of times. You chuckle at how similar you two are. Toast, that's making love. It's different from being in love. Though both can happen at the same time, and that's the best kind of love. What's the difference? Being in love is, a feeling. Come on, you used to be alive. Haven't you, looked into someone's eyes and then felt a burning passion growing? Toast slurps up the rest of his noodles before thinking over your statement. Oh, a bunch of times before a shootout. No, romantically. Haven't you ever watched any romance movies? A bunch, but not the ones that you're thinking of. He chuckles and bounces his eyebrows up and down twice. I can't believe that I'm trying to explain the concept of love to a ghost. We're so screwed when we enter the cult. Well, explain away. Gotta let you know though, I'm a visual learner. You sigh. Okay, let's give it a shot. If we're gonna convince the cult, we gotta at least be able to look at each other lovingly. I'm looking. His gaze invites you to look upon him as well. Good start. Now think of someone special in your life, someone who's charmed you, someone you've maybe not known completely, but you want to get to know them. As you look into his eyes, you notice the depths of his pupils. He has mild bags under his eyes that you've never noticed before. What are you thinking of? Secret. What are you thinking of? Mine's a secret too. He cannot know that you're thinking of nobody else but him right now. Yeah? And? Then picture all the good times that you had with this person, and how you want to be there as a part of their lives, both the good and the bad. You lean in closer, following the rhythm of your heartbeat, as does he. Yeah? Let that desire, that care, that passion swell up inside of you until you want to kiss them. Your lips tremble as they inch ever closer to his. Unknowingly, you've begun to lower your voice and your words become a whisper. When you imagine that kiss, you see sparks going off like New Year's fireworks. Chispas. You both close your eyes. His warm breath tickles your gentle lips. And then you... Yeah? You both pull back with looks of disappointment. You check your phone and see that it's a call from Morris. Hello? What? Whoa, angry much? I'm just checking in on you. Wherever Morris is, it sounds windy. Ahem. I'll do the dishes. You nod and hand him your empty bowl. Where are you? Why is it so windy? I'm writing Lucian. Morris! An utter squandering of my powers just so that he can save money. Time to. You forgot that. Hello? Yeah, I'm writing him to 6 fans from my place. I'm thinking of a carbonara pasta with a margarita pizza on the side. Hey Lucian, you want anything? Kobu's paying. The mention of a real meal makes your stomach growl. Morris, I swear if this is a call to tell me about your dinner bill, I will... You shake your fist. Yes, that. And about the call that you just joined. I have news. You listen carefully. I left earlier because I got a call from the receptionist at the inn hotel. 3 people in cloaks turned up after we checked out. I was told that their leader wore a black jacket, while the others carried ancient-looking doohickeys. They came looking for information on why the evil spirit disappeared. Oh no. You hold your breath. Fortunately, the receptionist kept mum about us, said that it was confidential. You breathe out. Seeing how they were looking for that spirit, I dug up some of my contacts to ask him about them. Did you find out anything? Right, the cult's been spotted all over the world, a secretive bunch that traveled in groups. Doing what? They search for magical artifacts, but are also known to warn people of tragedies that would befall them. The members that we talked to mentioned going on a crusade after receiving some blessing from their leader. You think that their leader can really see into the future? Did you forget to tell him about my part? I'm getting to that. Lucian took that air fryer you received from the cult. He was suspicious and disassembled it. Good thing too, there was a listening bug inside. Toast returns from the kitchen and sits down with you. Was this about a bug? You motion to Toast to sit next to you, and you turn on the speaker mode so that he can hear. The devious component stood out thanks to the Halo's scanning feature. I believe the cult intends to spy on you during your initiation period. That's... creepy. A shiver runs down your spine. Your breath feels cold as you look towards the apartment door. Could there be someone there listening in? Noticing, Toast turns to the door and gets up, ready to pounce. You reach out for his hand and shake your head. He sits back down with you. Don't fret. I've cast a field upon the device. It only captures what we wanted to hear, static and background noise and such. We can't keep this up though. They'll get suspicious if they don't hear you. We're bringing it over when you get to work. Not even a day has gone by and now we have people listening in on us. It gets worse. Notice anything weird since you left those cultists? Like it feels like I'm being watched? Might not just be a feeling. Stay sharp, but act natural so that they don't suspect anything. Keep Toast close to you at all times. I'm gonna end the call now, so just go to work like you don't know anything. Lucian, you're going in too hot. Slow down before we crash land. I can't. Your arse is too heavy. Brace for impact. Shiitake mushrooms! The dial tone kicks in, and the call ends. Are those two gonna be okay? Pretty sure they're fine. You shrug. Man, this is just like that adventure movie, you know, where that treasure-hunting coyote beat up old-timey cults to bring treasures back to the museum? Sounds more like a cheap horror flick. What's this? Your phone buzzes as a message from Mike pops up. You open it. Kobu, Toast got the job. Gonna need you to train him and to sign some paperwork. Get him to come in tomorrow morning. There's a file of documents in the break room for him. Please stay back to give him the orientation. You got it. Oh my Gary, you got the job. You jump to your feet and almost smash your phone into the ghost's face. Fuck yeah. He springs up with you and pulls you into a hug. He spins you around in his strong embrace. For a moment, your shoulders feel light again, like the bygone days of peace and fun on Earth had returned. You share a laugh as he puts you back down. As you gaze into each other's eyes, warmth and comfort blankets your heart. Thank you. It's just a retail job. No, I mean thank you for believing in me and giving me this chance. Toast. You feel Toast's pride smile upon you. Do we still want to practice looking at each other? Nah, I think we got it. Outside the apartment, cloaked figures stalk the street. They hold a vigilant watch over the new recruits, ready to report even the drop of a pin to their leader. Unbeknownst to them, on a rooftop nearby, they are being watched by Morris and Lucian. The exorcist munches on his pizza with quiet confidence that he will not allow the cultists to bring harm to Kobu. However, their foresight keeps them blind to Vendrick's plans. His agent lurks in the shadows ready to exploit every crack in Kobu's and his allies' armor. Well, supposedly, if it didn't get blasted before making an appearance. Instead, the demon faces the wrath of his boss. What do you mean that you didn't get to do anything? The one rageful vein across Vendrick's forehead throbs. Did you always have that, my lord? Gah, imbecile! I am surrounded by imbeciles. I can still do it, my lord. Give me another chance to go out there and have my revenge on Kobu. You've had your chance. He slipped past 2 freelancers already. That's beyond luck. Kobu's allies are a bigger thorn than I anticipated. Do you have any intel on them? Well, I know that they hit me with angelic magic. I wouldn't mistake that anywhere. That and when I determined Kobu's location, I could sense a powerful spirit residing there, as strong as one of the generals. So an angel and spirit are doing his bidding. Or was it something else? Just what are you up to, Kobu? Black smoke shoots out of Vendrick's nostrils. Still, it's no guarantee that the spirit would have finished the job. Where is that blasted Nox? He should have given Amari his orders by now. Nox! A portal opens and Nox floats into the room. You yelled, my lord? His calm, collected voice masks the hurried scanning that he's performing on the situation. A trembling freelancer on the side. Lord Vendrick's face is flushed red, gritting his teeth, vein pulsing and clenching his fists. I best tread lightly. What's Amari's status? I sent you to get him ready to attack long ago. Nox ponders his answers. Wetness forms on his trembling webbed hands, and the pounding of his core is another curious emotion. This fear, I know it too well. Another attempt at deception? That's not what a good tool does, Nox. You've been led astray by your emotions once. You dare to do it again? Death will come for you. Nox's pupils widen, the amphibian's fear crescending. Then the image of Amari on the bridge bathed in the orange glow of the underworld flashes in their mind. A memory of perfect bliss. That memory eases their trembling hands. He requires time, my lord. I've taken upon it to monitor him and keep him on track. Vendrick's eyes narrow. There's nothing that he can read on the frog's expressionless face. The tension between them could be cut with a knife. Famine, who's watching from the side, gulps, wondering what his fate will be. Vendor breaks the silence first. Good. Make sure that he does so. You. Yes, my lord. You are sure an angel was involved? I can confirm angelic magic was used. Then up above has some explaining to do. My lord, you're not considering challenging them? That depends on what Gary has to say. Return to your posts. I need time to think. My lord, my pudding rage has yet to be sated. I must... Stop wasting my time and do as you're told. Vendrick readies his hand and uppercuts the demon. Ah! Famine is flung upwards through a portal on the ceiling. Nox takes the opportunity to also leave via his portal. But within the frog demon's mind, worries still linger about where his actions will lead. Only time will tell when his deception falls. To be continued. Thanks for playing the latest update. If you want to let us know how we're doing, leave a rating and comment on our itch.io page. We want to hear from you. We're the Demon Lurks is supported by those who sponsor us on Patreon. Consider supporting us so that we can make the game bigger and better. Or you can support us by buying our new Kobu VR model on sale on itch.io. Also, the Toast VR model. And if you want to keep up to date on the development, feel free to follow our X, formerly known as Twitter, Blue Sky, or join our Discord. So yeah. I'm actually surprised that they didn't just sort of roll into dealing with the cult now, since pretty much everyone else has already done that too. And it's gonna put them behind if I'm not mistaken. Anywho, so it kind of feels a little obvious that Kobu and Toast are starting to get really close. And maybe not just because like right now that they have to appear to be like lovers, but also because in the past I believe that there was a line where Kobu asks Toast to say something in Spanish to him, and he says something along the lines of, "When I look in your eyes, I can't help but get a feeling of wanting to protect you," or something like that. And it was said in like such a romantic tone that it was like, come on, this guy has feelings for you. I also kind of feel like the whole thing about like Toast becoming corrupted probably has to be brought up a little bit more, at least right now, because when he gets the jacket, part of the corruption is going to be like wiped off due to Archon intervening, unless he doesn't do it this time around. So I'm interested in what they're going to do, because they're bringing up the corruption a little bit more and more. What else can we bring up? I'm curious if the fact that Toast is a ghost who may or may not be powered up by the No and Hotel ghost, him having basically absorbed it, if that means that he's going to become a target for the cult, or more specifically from the cult leader, because it seems that he is using all these artifacts and things in order to power himself up. And if I recall correctly, when he attacks the mythical creatures, well, the Kraken, the main one, he basically sacrifices the life force of all of his followers and uses them as sort of like puppets or zombies to attack. But he's using all that life force that he got in order to be toe-to-toe with the Kraken dude. I forgot his like specific name, but I want to call him the Dawn. But yeah, so it's like, wondering if that's what's gonna happen. Because again, Toast isn't a ghost who currently, if I recall correctly, is powered up by the No and Hotel ghost. Like he absorbed him, if I recall correctly. It's been a while. Anywho, so yeah. What are your thoughts? Write down in the comments, and thank you all for watching / listening. If you'd like to play Where the Demon Lurks or stay up to date with it and whatever, you can do so by going down to the link in the description, which should have a direct link for the itch.io page, because of course I always link for the itch.io pages, just in case you ever have to ask, where do I play this game? Where do I download this game? It's literally in the description. It's literally there. If you would like to support them, you know, it goes a long way. It adds more CGs, it adds more to the story. You can subscribe to their Patreon. And if you want to just, you know, talk to them or whatever, or talk to other people that are reading the visual novel, there is their Discord, which you can join. Also, like I said, there is the Toast avatar. I really like it. Nice, put a lot of work into it. And there's also the Kobu avatar. Really good work too. And if they both sell really well, there will also be a Lucian and a Morris avatar. Ooh. Come on, people, buy their avatar so that I can have the collection. But yeah. Also, they do have merch on Popper and Press. So, you know, if you want merch from there, that is there. So yeah. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, consider becoming a channel member, and you get to watch these videos a little earlier, usually like 2 weeks in advance, as they're being scheduled. So like, yeah, they're gonna become available to the public, but like, you get to watch it as soon as I upload it and schedule it. There is like channel member specific only videos. Usually those are the ones that have content which are a little bit more spicy. They are censored, of course, but like, if you want to watch a censored version of that scene that I wasn't able to keep, it might be there, maybe, I don't know. It depends. There's also cooking videos, if you're interested. I'm putting cooking videos in there. But yeah. Also, in case you can't support through channel membership, you can support through Ko-fi. Also, I have a throne. I have stuff on there that I might like. You can also give me random stuff. You know, in case you have expendable income, which I know a lot of us do not have anymore, thanks to a certain orange person. Anyways, but yeah, so I guess that's it for now, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.